3, 2, 1. And we're back. All right. So, when we last left our band of misfits, Emma, Andy,
Evangeline.
Eva, Evangeline. Evangeline was on the deck of Kevin, Keith, not Kevin, Keith. Had to be Keith. Kevin's a dumb name for a ship.
Keith is awesome.
Standing on the deck of Keith and ordering at a shouted whisper to old Ordinale.
First, death from above, and then second, the comforting dark.
Yeah. Flee to the comforting dark. And she shouted it. Shouts! So when you use a whisper, they work one of 3 different ways. If you whisper a whisper, you get information about the thing that you're whispering about. So if you're the comforting dark, maybe you'd find, depending on what you wanted to find, you could say, I want to learn a way to get down safely into like the lower levels of the Wildsea. If you speak it, you're creating a twist, like maybe you're going to knock them off of a branch and down into, something like that. When you shout it, big things change about it's a twist that changes the world in a way that you don't control.
Oopsies.
Yes.
Kaylee, when she said the Grandma Twisted Tree, did she say it or shout it?
Drove a twisted tree, she spoke it.
Yeah. So my sister was looking at a map. And
because she didn't do it around it. She put it onto the map. Okay. Are you still at the helm?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, you're in the tangle. So the thrash is the topmost level of the branches thrashing in the wind and that kind of thing. And the tangle is where it's still leafy and the sort of the top of the trees, but you're down, like, you can't really see very far because the trees are still kind of risen up around you. It's like being in a valley amongst the trees. You're not underground, but you're not at the highest points either, right? I need you.
Yeah.
I need you to roll Keith. Roll for Keith.
I don't want to do it.
Well, you have to because you're the one that's at the wheel.
Yeah.
So what is happening is the ground is pitching and rolling underneath Keith, and you need to try to keep him basically on top of things. The potential here, there's a couple of risks. One, he's going to fall quite far. 2 is he's going to take damage. The ship's going to take damage.
I'm so great at that.
I feel like there should be a third thing. So damage to the ship, damage to people, and stopping the fall. So I need you to roll and allocate dice as best as you can to those 3 risks.
How many?
His tilt is 4. So you can roll 4 dice. They're not your skills, it's the skill of the ship. So again, will people get hurt? Will ships get hurt? How far is Keith going to fall?
So does the bigger numbers mean they get hurt more?
So you're going to roll, right? 6s are good, 5s are good, 4s are decent, kind of a thing. 4s and 5s are decent,
So
6s
if I
are
roll
good.
all snake eyes, then we're dead.
Listen, what I want you to do is you're going to take, let's say you roll four dice. You're going to take this dice, you're going to pick one of the dice up and say, this one is to counteract the falling damage. What the heck is this dice is to counteract the damage to the ship, and this dice is to counteract damage to us, which is a 2 and whoops, or whatever. You understand? Do you see? You get what I'm saying? So 4.
4.
What'd you get?
All right. I got 2, 5, 5, 6.
2, 5, 5, 6. Okay.
The 6 is for us
To protect people
to protect the people. 5
is to protect Keith, and the
Yeah.
other 5 is for
the ship.
the ship. Okay.
There's different.
So-
There's the animal Keith, and then there's the ship part of Keith.
Okay, you see the stats on Keith there, like tilt and those kinds of things? Which thing is going to take a point of damage as he falls?
Please don't make us stupid.
Because he is
I
going
would do saws, but he doesn't have enough saws to do that because we already took 1 point of saws.
Yep.
Probably armor.
What's his armor at?
2.
So put a slash through one of the armor checks. He's only got 1 point of armor.
Do I?
Rattle is what you use to fix the ship.
No, that was
I have
always,
2 in
that
rattle.
was always it. So Zoe needs to start fixing the ship. Is that a dart? That is a dart.
That was a doge.
That's fine.
That was just.
Okay. All right. So nobody takes any damage. And Keith tumbles probably at least so what happens is the branches all around you, like basically the floor falls out of the ground, falls out of the world. You guys just drop, free fall.
Whoa.
Now, what she manages to do with Keith is turn him so that he's closer to like the shank of the tree that he's near, and he kind of scrambles at that, but he slips because he's falling already.
Oh, shucks.
He bounces off of the next biggest branch that would be enough to, he skips off of the next biggest branch that could have probably caught him, and he drops again, and she's not so much steering as much as she is trying to encourage him to grab stuff to slow his fall. So the next time he lands on a branch, he doesn't go flying. He manages to kind of start to go, and he scrambles back up on to that branch. But it is a lot further down. Have you guys ever been up in the mountains and then come down the mountains and have the pressure change so that your ears, that's happening
It just didn't.
as you guys are dropping.
Doc.
So when you get, the first thing that happens when you land, when everything, because you may not be hurt, but everything inside the ship is just like everywhere. Like stuff is falling off the shelves, it's flying everywhere, stuff like got shaken loose. Everything is, all the rooms are wrecked.
She lost some of her sap, and there's a hole burning through.
My ladle.
He's got a hole in his head now because it's for the ship. Oh, the ship part. There's a hole in the wall somewhere.
No.
I left nuclear waste around there somewhere.
Set
Yep.
the ladle.
The stuff, yeah.
Which is
You got utensils just stuck on the wall. Okay, so what we see from where you guys were at is like there's sort of the camera shot pulls back from where you guys were at in the Wildsea, and you see these like flocks of birds flying up away from this thing as this like this massive amount of like cloud of dust and broken branches and leaves and stuff sort of flies up into the air, and the birds are all kind of fleeing the destruction and stuff like that. As you we get one camera shot that like shows us,
I just want to let you know.
that shows you guys where you were.
It's a hole. That's a hole. Is Keith a circle?
That's like 3 or 4 football fields across.
Oh my god, he's giant.
When you
What is
guys
wrong with you?
It's a hole.
when you guys stop moving and are done being shaken,
We go into the comforting dark too, or is it just this?
It's not comfortable.
I mean, we.
yeah, everybody in about a quarter-mile range just got sent to the comforting dark, so to speak. Which is to say, everybody dropped about a level through the trees.
I'm so amazing.
I'm so good at this.
Yeah.
Vanessa.
Shock.
So
But Lydia, I'm.
when you guys stop moving and can finally look out, you don't see daylight. There's light. You guys get firefly lamps? I feel like you had firefly lanterns on the...
I think we just have bioluminescent moss.
Yeah.
No, we have
Yeah,
bats.
you're right.
And bioluminescent
Oh,
moss.
you might.
The bats are pretty
Salvaging.
moss.
So...
MOSS. Jinx. Jinx again. Jinx again.
Luminous blooms, patches of moss or flowering plants that shed pale light in the dark hours. So there's light from those things because they're reacting to the darkness. But there's also luminescence out in the trees and stuff like that. But it's not the luminescence of light. It is this.
That looks cool. I want to live
That
in
is
here.
sick.
That's kind of
Hey,
weird.
Maddie.
It feels very quiet.
You can work.
But there's like radiation
expansion
around
pack.
us. Like
It's not radiation.
it's crescent.
It's not radiation so much as like the trees are more likely to be sort of damp, but they're not damp with liquid like water as much as they are damp with the fact that they're like sweating Krezerin.
Yeah, that's not good.
So what if every surface that you're walking on was acidic and toxic and also poisonous?
Okay.
No, you're not. Oh,
Do you have
shit.
shoes?
Yeah. I mean, do you have shoes?
Do you have
probably not.
I don't have shoes as a skill.
I don't have shoes, but I have piercings that make me immune.
To what though?
Featherin.
Do I have any?
Luckily, there's other things down here that will just eat you.
Does wave walk work?
I have.
Wave walking is how you get through an area like this more safely. Yes.
I have all.
Which is good because you got, which is the next thing we got to worry about because you got
No, I can like. I got really fast.
you got dropped also because all the branches basically went. Well, you saw what happened. They went.
I'm still up there.
Basically, you created
Consumed us.
you created a tree whirlpool.
Yeah.
Good job.
Am I still up there?
It will be there
did I fall
forever.
down?
No, you got sucked down.
I mean, that's a national monument.
I'm still getting like feet away.
Let's find out how that went for you. So
Yay.
I need to. So the branches just dropped away from you as this horrible thing happened. You're basically caught in a maelstrom. You were out swimming and suddenly whirlpool. So wave walk is definitely one of the skills, but what's the edge that goes with this? What do you have? Yeah. What do you have?
have grace, tides, and veils.
I think it would probably be grace.
Yeah, I was thinking like grace or tides.
Grace, wave walk. Do you have any aspects that would help you with traveling
Aspects.
through the,
I'm looking at aspects for traveling.
or for being out in the oceans and forests and stuff like that? Are we playing Duck Duck Goose?
No, I'm on the way back to get me those days.
The only thing
stole my
that would help me
dice?
like wave walk sword is grapple limb because I basically just have a third limb. But that's it.
The ersatz limb, the extra limb,
Yeah.
or yeah.
That could make me faster. Like
You could make an argument for that. Sure,
Yeah.
I'll give you an extra dice for that. So what's your wave walk at?
so my wave walk is at 3.
Okay, so wave walk at 3. You've got the edge for 4, and you've got
Right.
another dice for 5. And it's the same kind of thing, but you've got 2 risks that you need to roll, like sort of apply dice to. One is when do you stop falling, and the other one is how much damage are you going to take. All right, so roll your 5 dice and tell me where you're.
Take the best dice as those two.
Okay, I forgot one. Okay, I got 5, 5, 4, 4, and a 6.
5, 5, 4, 4.
Do the 6 for the damage you take.
6.
Wait, does it add up damage if you put it on a 6, or does it?
No,
slow
so
down?
6 is the best roll.
Okay.
You're rolling to like basically block bad things coming in at you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a 6 is the best result. If you put a 6 on how far you're going to fall, you would have basically total control about how you're descending. You might take a little bit of damage, but it won't be too bad.
I could have a twist with that for the.
Oh, you're going to have a twist too, and I owe you guys a twist too. So
Would you just like controlledly flow like high? You guys are splayed out on the branches.
No,
and just
I'm
dying.
like falling down like rapid, like slow and like.
okay. So you want to totally so the one of the things is kind of an out of control fall, but you don't take any damage, or you might take a little bit of damage, but you're totally in control of where you end up landing. Like you could basically like come to rest back on the ship. Like you could basically.
Oh, then no, I put the 6 for the damage and like the 5.
Kind of.
Yeah. For
Yeah. All right.
The uncontrolled, because I'm like, but I don't take any damage.
Yeah. Okay. So your main focus is staying unhurt, and you're not worrying so much about where you end up. But you're not going to end up too much further down. All right. For the twist,
Yeah.
something else you can do with the twist. So the pressure that's on you guys right now, it isn't actually quiet down here, but it feels like it because everybody go like this. This is how everything sounds right now. Where you're at because of the pressure that's on you
I don't like that.
Wait,
down here
how
in the
hard are
thing.
we supposed to
I'm
be
like
pressing?
water, dude.
Like completely cover your ears with the palms of your hands.
Like being underwater, like when you go to the bottom of the pool and it's like all.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah, it's like that, or when you're coming down off the mountains and you're in an airplane and you're landing and the pressure's there and you want to chew gum or something to make it pop, but they just won't. It just won't pop.
Oh, I hate that so much.
So yeah, that's what you have right now. One of the mechanics that they have for the depths is that instead of taking a positive twist, you can take a twist that makes things worse. But if you do, it reduces the pressure that's on you.
Asa, you're gonna get screwed over. I'm gonna flip you over.
Oh yeah, you're not allowed to talk room anymore. We forced you
What's that?
out.
If it's a bad twist, can I make it on?
Wait, what's up?
If it's a twist and it's bad, can I make it on thumb somehow?
No, because it was your dice roll. You can make it so that it affects everybody.
Asa!
But side note, you can't suggest your own twist.
I'm just asking.
So what should be the twist for the ship that Zoe's piloting? We ended up with a twist. The twist could be something like old Ordnell totally got the heck out of here, so he's definitely no longer in the scene.
Yes.
Good twist.
Yes.
Like that?
I agree.
Yeah, we need that. No more
The twist, the counter, they call the opposite of a twist a snap. The snap for Asa is when old Ordnell runs off, he grabs Asa in his mouth. And
No, please.
I'm kidding.
When I get back, I'm
Okay, so twist for you guys, old Ordnell is no longer in the thing. What's the twist for Asa?
He died.
Yeah, we suggest.
What's that? You guys suggest.
I can leave.
Does he get like?
He didn't land any place. He didn't come to rest back on the ship, so he could be out a little bit further away. He could run into somebody friendly. He could.
He could run into somebody mean.
Well, that would be a snap.
Can he hit something really hard and 4 out of 8
No.
just break in his body?
No. I got a stick, so I don't take any damage.
The twists are positive things.
Oh, it's just
He hit his head.
Something good that happens in addition to everything else.
Do we want?
emotional.
Wait, Maddie. If something bad happens to him, then we have less pressure applied to us.
Yeah.
Initially.
So, how about?
And pressure's a problem because your ship isn't really meant to be a submersible. So you don't really have ways of protecting yourselves against it.
What if he lands
knocks himself
directly
out?
on one of us?
Sorry. Wait, what was that?
What if he lands like directly on top?
He chose not to do that.
On
What
one of us.
if he ends up landing right next to Gus and Gus is just like, why are you on the ground?
He's slowly leaning over.
He's a big tree.
Confused.
We could have him meet somebody. Like,
Do you want to meet
I want to
somebody?
make something bad so we get less pressure.
Sure.
You want
we can do that. It could be somebody hostile.
But
It could be somebody hostile.
Yeah.
overly precautious.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's instances I'm going to stab this guy. Wait, left pressure's taken off his us.
No, please don't do that.
He just meets another Petra and he's
He
like,
just wants to stab you with 7 different pieces of machinery that they found.
Wouldn't you get like?
Like,
Oh wait, you did.
those things that create the ice cream bars. So they're gonna try to stab you with them.
Scooper?
No. The
thing
Remember watch the How It's Made videos?
no.
The
The what?
How it's made videos are really interesting. Yeah. All right. So
They have like the
Asa.
thingies that like.
you kind of tumble and do like some little wall scramble, reverse parkour stuff to land. Come to rest finally on a branch. You can kind of see the ship off in the distance. The glow of the moss and plant like lights and stuff like that. You're like, okay, I can figure out how I'm going to be over there. And then you get this really distinct feeling that somebody is, that you are not alone. How's that? So this thing is standing up behind you. That was kind of back where the branch meets the main bole of the tree, and is pulling themselves loose out of this like sort of tendrils and stuff that's kind of stuck to the ground. It is humanoid. That's the nicest thing you can say about it.
Oh, whoops.
Fungal. And it looks like a gal. Maybe it's a gal. You know what I mean when I say gal? Like the guys who are kind of fungus.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm just.
He's just gonna die.
I'm gonna chakra him like pam.
You don't even know what
He could. Whoa, that's
Am I allowed to
sick.
look?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, you
Wait,
can go to
that kind of reminds me. Maddie, doesn't that remind you of the dude from Amphibia? That like the
This
shroom
poor
guy?
guy that affected
That's who's
Can I
standing.
not go near him?
He's literally like 6 feet from you and standing up.
That guy.
I'm uncomfortable. He's so sick.
Yeah, like
Literally,
the
he could be sick and like.
Well, the stuff that's dripping off of him is actually like liquid Krezerin that's oozing out of his.
Well done. So you
It does this release pressure.
Yes. Not enough, but some.
So it's bad either way.
Yeah, it's good and bad either way. What do you do?
Uh,
Run? Attack? Give him a little huggy?
Can I go around the ship?
Little noogie? Yeah, you can run for the ship.
Yeah. Could I do
And
that?
then he eats you.
Sure. Alright, you're like, yeah, no, and just turn and
around and you like
Coward.
like
I got
Alright, so what I'm gonna have you do is you're gonna roll Grace plus your wave walk, right? You can roll all 5 dice, but you have pressure on now, so you need cut. So you're gonna roll 3. You're gonna roll Grace,
Where it's like
3 for the wave walk, bonus for your extra limb, so you're rolling 5, but you're gonna remove your highest dice.
my highest.
It's cut, and then that will determine whether or not you get away from this guy before he catches up to you, because he wants to give you a hug.
but he's just president. So
He's a very friendly person.
what if he just wants to sell you some potatoes?
I'm
You're just running from potatoes.
So I have 3 5s and 2 4s.
Okay, so you would lose one of the 5s because that's it. That's still twist.
Twist and
Now, if you want, now this I will.
2 twists. No, 2 twists.
No, you only get 1 twist per roll.
yeah, that's what happened last time.
You only get 1 twist per roll. All right, so you're going to get very close to the ship before he catches up to you. With those 5s. Now, not to make this the thing, because that cut is from the pressure. If you give him another snap, the pressure will drop far enough that you guys won't have a cut right now.
Don't.
But you'd have to give him another
he
twist.
trips.
No.
All the girls in the horror
No.
movies.
Listen, twists can't undo what the dice have decreed. He gets most of the way to the ship. That's done.
What if
Twists are something else. Like there is more than one of them, or something like that. If you want to snap, if you want a negative 1, yes, ma'am.
What if the dude makes some sort of noise and he calls his friends who are like inside of the little ship thing that Asa makes it most of the way, and suddenly he's in a circle of these creepy Crescent guys.
Well,
Dungeon Meshi, like the poison, the weird race changing mushrooms in Dungeon Meshi. Remember what?
Are they making references? I don't
oh,
understand.
you mean that like the small like
The small little circles that if you stepped on it, your party would change races with each other.
those?
We're not doing that.
Oh, but hold on, I have an idea. Hold on, I have an idea.
I'm not doing bloodline
I'm gonna
changes.
whisper into you, and you're gonna whisper to Maddie, and Maddie's gonna say it because
I'm like
I'm gonna do.
I'm the only one here that can talk about Dungeon Meshi, so she will like.
Me and Amelia have no.
Okay, so I like this twist. I like this snap, and this will lower the pressure down
what
to
did
the
we
point where
choose?
That they come out of the ship and they like.
you almost make it to the ship before you realize that there was some more waiting for you, or that there was some more that kind of cut you off.
Ship is,
So the pressure's currently 0, but you have 2 marks on it. So if you take any more pressure, you'll go back. If you take any more pressure, the gauge will fill back up and you'll go back up to pressure 1. So nobody's got any cut right now, but you're close enough to shout and say, "Hey, need a little help out here." All right, so he's out on the branches and currently surrounded by. All right, currently surrounded by.
Like I'm like over me like.
All right, turn it like this so I don't yank the camera right off the thing. So we're currently
So cool.
currently surrounded by this guy, this guy,
You're sick as heck.
and this guy.
Whoa! It's so cool.
What'd you say?
Excited.
I did.
Have weapons.
Just
There should only be one of the guys who's like drooling president in like the first picture, and he's like the leader of this.
He's like.
He's like the shortest one, but he's like controlling.
They're not. I mean,
It's like Nico.
They're like
so
He's
like
Nico.
they're like unhumanly tall, but like he's the shortest.
No, Maddie. He's
So-
like Nico.
the one of them is actually dripping what looks like Krezerin, but it's also luminescent, which is weird. That's not something that Krezerin normally is. These other guys also have like luminescent moss and stuff on them, so they kind of glow. Do you holler for everybody? All right, who wants spotlight first? All right, you automatically lose by virtue of yelling and blowing out my mic.
I choose Madison.
Choose me. I voted.
Everybody,
My last vote was for you to land by the ship.
Yeah, I mean, you were mocking me.
You did.
you don't get to pick.
I'm the one that surrounded you though, so I'm not sure how much of a right I have.
I mean, that's fair.
One of these two.
I thank you for your favoritism, but I am the one.
All right, so I think the person who was out on the deck was
Me.
Maddie.
no, because you shouted the whispers.
But I was in the thing and you was holding me captive to force me hearing.
So you're closer to the deck when you hear Anthony like, guys.
Giant shrooms over here.
Have a problem. Anyway,
Get your butts over here.
so you're up in the top. Were you on lookout? You were up in the top of the tree. All right, so
Get crushed by that guy.
the tree in the tree. What are you doing?
The tree in the tree.
Is she still staccato?
She's still what?
Is she still like all jerky? Or did
It comes and goes.
and she's still flipping through.
Yeah, what are your Myers that you guys have right now?
I have
Movements are staccato.
One at a time.
Movements are
Staccato.
discardo.
I have the slipping in and out of languages one.
I think I did the vision dibs because she would
Yeah.
I have two.
We vote.
You have two?
I have vision dim.
She
and
has two as
Visions
well.
of your past death are difficult to banish.
Yeah. You got a whole fun time going on here.
You're like surrounded
You
by
see this girl
mushrooms.
and you think
So-
you're really dumb, and then you look up and you're just like,
So if your thing,
Good dog.
so if Rose wait, I have your Meyer marked for a keen fear of shakes and quakes.
That was one I did before.
Oh, but you got rid of it?
I don't think I got rid of it.
Okay, so the fear of shakes and quakes and your vision dims, your blooms wilting. If this affects,
I'm just
if one of those Myers affects what you're doing, then you'll still have cut.
Okay.
So some of it may, because you're in the dark. It's just the luminescent moss and stuff, and he's some distance away from the ship and calling for help. So you may have difficulty figuring out what's going on, what to even see, or what you can see. But what do you want to do?
Can I like send
Luminescent grenade.
No, don't throw it grenades. Well, throw it like
Luminescent grenade. It's just like a glow grenade. Covers everything in glow tube so you can see better.
So can I explosive vial?
Mm-hmm.
I throw something up in the air, but instead of the salt that I was going to put in, I put in something that I put in like the moss that's on Keith. So it like pops up and it's like poof of like glowy stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like Asa's like looking up around like, is anyone gonna help?
Basically,
me?
it
And
would-
he sees that and it's like, okay, they heard me, or something's going to eat me. One
So
of those
basically,
two.
like it's
So, then,
yeah, you could basically create advantage for everybody else in this situation.
Please.
What I want you to do. So what are your edges that you have? I'm gonna have you roll for this.
I have sharps and nets.
Sharps is good. I really like sharps for this because it's like quick thinking. What is the what skill do you think applies the best?
What does study do again?
What does what do again?
Study.
Study is like
think.
literally like analyzing something closely and stuff. So you probably want it to be high. You probably want that if it's high or something like, but it's not really useful in this situation. You want something like
What about outwit? Is that
outwit's good. I like outwit. That's not terrible. Outwit would be good, or I mean hunt or something like that because you can kind of aim with that. But outwit's good just because it's quick thinking kind of a thing. So sharps plus outwit is two quick thinking things. So you just go and yeah.
Do I roll 2 dice? I have one marked for outwit.
So you have one for outwit and one for and one for sharps. Yeah. The downside to this is that you do have, because this is about your vision.
I do kind of.
Yeah,
throw it that way.
knowing where to throw to get it out close enough to him when you can't really see very clearly is going to cut one of your dice. Do you have anything?
Pod, does the Pango Pod throw up on?
You could take him.
Can I make the
You
Pango
could.
Pod throw?
I would say that you can absolutely take an extra dice for the Pangapod if you send him with the thing.
Wait. I changed my answer.
Yeah.
Forgot I had a pink.
I forgot I had makeup
Can I really fast? Still using sharps, but like using king hawks too.
Oh, you know what? I
Throw something together really fast out of what I have, like a little bit of salt, a little bit of this. So like maybe, or wait, I just have a stun bomb. Can I just send a pingapon with a stun bomb to Ace and see if it does anything?
you can do
because
that.
you're
You can do that
paying
next.
for it to be
Actually, I saw something else on there that would really.
Fix the pingapon.
I saw something else that's really going to help you with this. So I'm going to give you an extra dice for this because you have iris blossoms, and that lets you see heat. So even though your normal vision is not great, you can still see where the hot spots are. So take an extra dice for that. So you can roll 3. You're still going to cut 1, but you're rolling 3 dice instead of 2.
So can I send the pingapod towards the heat with the stun bomb?
Do the light thing first, and
The light.
then the stun thing with the pangapod. So
see where he is.
yes.
All right.
So,
3 dice?
but this, yeah, and then if you do even kind of decent, you're going to give other people advantage dice, which is the main thing. What you're really doing here is giving other people bonuses. Careful with the pencil next to the eyeballs. Okay, go. Okay.
Ooh, that's
What did you get? What did you get? What did you?
three.
So
like, just
now the
one.
good news is, well, I guess it's not good news. You lose the 2, leaving you with 2 and a 1. That's a catastrophe.
Wait, she rolled 3, 3, 1.
Huh? Oh, it's a 3. Oh,
3 and a
you filled out the dot, so it looked like a 2. Okay, so that's a 2, 3. It's still a catastrophe. It's a 3 and a 1.
Sorry, it's I send the pingapon.
So the good news for you is that you can now clearly see where the ship is. Okay, because you were like basically torn with indecision. Like, okay, I can do the thing, cover the whole area with like kind of a glowing mist. It's gonna be so easy to see. But stun grenade. I could do the stun and the thing. And if I put that and what's the name of the pangapon? What do we call him?
His name is Josh.
Josh, you could take it out there and you could do the thing and you could just take this out there and then drop it at his feet and it'll stun it drops out like plunk off of the branch of the tree, like, oh good, it didn't break. Hits another branch, like, oh good, it didn't break. Hits the deck of the ship.
Wait, the deck of the ship he's by or my ship?
Your ship. He's not by a ship. He's coming towards your ship.
Stun bomb?
No. The entire ship's been covered in luminescent mist and like basically paint. It's the easiest thing to see for hundreds of meters in any direction.
That isn't a good thing.
You basically painted a gigantic target
Monsters know where we are.
on the ship.
Maddie, other monsters do.
Oh,
Dummy.
Also, they're still light reactive. So as soon as this happens, the 3 guys that are around you, Ace, and 2 of them are like,
It's the time to stab them both with his chakra. Wait, that's not how chakra.
Amelia, what do you do?
I'm
Now that the ship is covered in bioluminescent paint,
I'm gonna
that's okay.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
like Zoe
a
has.
little bit over exuberant there on the explosives.
Have you taken your hands off of?
Two.
Have you
Covered in this stuff.
stopped?
He's a glow.
Have you stopped forcing me to steer?
It's like a glow in the dark cuttlefish.
Hey, child.
Have you stopped forcing me to steer? Because we're done.
Yo, keep this in
Zoe, come on.
You were forcing me to steer before. Are you done forcing me
Yeah,
to steer?
she's done.
Okay.
Ship's not moving.
So I run.
Zoe, come on.
Okay.
I hit my funny phone on the chair.
He's not covered in pink, and he is also covered in bats. He's just like, he's all the aesthetics.
I run out. I see Maddie.
He's like,
drop the thing. I'm like, and I
You step out like,
oh.
okay,
smells kinda
that's a
funky.
choice.
It smells
Okay, Maddie. What's your name?
You've got some of it on you too. Like it
I glow now.
no, you, everybody's got some of this.
Me?
The best
Not
thing
you.
about us.
Yeah, loser.
We glow and you don't, dude.
Yeah, but it's done.
One of the old school D&D spells is this thing called Fairy Fire, and it seems lame, but it's honestly no. It's like, and what it does, it doesn't do any damage. It just makes whoever you cast it on, like it basically outlines them in light, which is like, who cares? Except they're super easy to hit when they're the only light source in the room.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, you just did that. Oh, cool. Their armor class just dropped by 2. Like, everybody take your shots, you know. And that's kind of what you just fairy fired your own ship and everybody. Good job.
I'd call that a success.
I mean, you are mentally making a note going, you know, if I actually figure out how to do this without doing it to myself and we do it to other people, it would be super effective. I just need to not fumble the...
Yeah,
Matt.
my pink pod glows now, which is a perk. I'm going to see if I can make that permanent.
Maddie.
Okay, no, don't, no, yes.
What should I do? What do I have that could be helpful?
You have.
I could.
Dude, she's mad at you. You just, like, forcibly make her steal.
I could.
Stand still.
I could run to Ace's defense.
Yeah?
Good breathe air.
I'm
Yeah.
going to Ace's
You
defense.
could leap on top of Gus and go charging out into the...
Is Gus fixed?
Yeah,
Fix him?
mount up and Gusify your way across.
Greatest name of service.
Okay, so if you're going to charge in there, are you attacking or are you just charging in there to like scoop them up and get like, or just get there?
I'm gonna.
Or you want to intimidate them? And
I'm
try to
gonna
get them to
intimidate. I'm gonna like move out of my way, and then I'm gonna grab him and run.
flee? All right, so let's worry about the intimidation factor here. So, what is your edge that you're going to lean into?
I have.
You're a performer. You're trying to look scary.
I have
right?
flourish. I have 2 on flourish.
Okay, but
That's a
edge.
edge.
Oh, I have sharps, tides, and veils. Yeah, sharps, tides, and veils.
I'm gonna go with sharps, I guess. I think
Okay.
sharps is probably where it's at.
And then-
Sharps and flourish because you're trying to be flashy and crazy. What do you have for assets that are intimidating?
I have vault.
No. Flip over.
Oh wait. Oh, assets.
What,
Sorry.
what assets do you
I
have?
have
Gus counts.
Skybridge step, an elegant and defensive dance that keeps you out of harm's way. I have my chain, my driving chain. I have Gus. And I have like a bait.
If you're not going to attack, I'd give you an extra dice for the chain if you're like whirling it around you. So if you're not actually attacking, you're just trying to be intimidating, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, and Gus. That gives you 5. That gives you 5. Now, what are your Myers?
I have 1 on you slip it in and out of the various languages.
So you're just threatening them.
I'm gonna give you cut because you're a little bit incoherent in all of this. So you're still you're rolling 5 dice, but you're gonna cut one.
Okay.
The best dice you're gonna cut out because you're trying to be intimidating, but at the same time you keep kind of flubbing your lines a little bit.
Just get out of over here. Just get out of. Wait a minute. Wait.
No, you're like yelling at all.
Get out of in here! Gone, you dingleberries!
I have 6, 3, 1, 2, 6.
So that's dropping one of the 6s,
No, your watch is going.
but that leaves you with a 6 still.
Yeah, I have 6, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so a glowing Petra riding a Mongoliosis comes leaping off the edge of the ship and onto the branches and coming at you, whirling a chain overhead and shouting incoherently.
In like 7 different languages.
As with many people, I would find that disconcerting. And the fungal people here seem to feel much the same way because they at least kind of draw back. So they were first facing the ship and now they've kind of pulled back. So rather than surrounding you, Asa, they're now kind of like ship, Amelia, you, them. So they're not between you and the ship at least now.
They are.
So I scoop up Asa.
Or you're close enough to Asa.
Oh, Maddie,
He's
it's like,
big though.
It's like in gym where we were doing the side shuffles and you just kind of like shuffled and just like
Okay. What are you doing?
me. I
apologize, guys. I've got an absolutely terrible headache and I've had it all day. So if I keep wincing,
Sorry.
it's not you guys.
Doing some
It's the
more.
whole. I'm getting on the tail end of a cold and I have a sinus thing and I basically you probably haven't, I hope none of you have had the problem where your sinuses are so, but like the passage from your sinuses to your ears and stuff like that is so, every so often I can feel it crackle because there's like it's trying to like open up, but it isn't quite where it can yet. And I keep feeling like if it would just do that, the pressure would be gone, but the pressure is not gone. So basically everything on this side of my head feels like it's in a vice grip.
That's worse.
That's why I wanted to go for a run, because I was hoping it would kind of break loose a little bit.
That sucks when you're trying to sleep and you're just like in pain.
Yeah, I
It sucks when you just have a stuffy nose and you're trying to sleep because then you're just like,
But like simply,
it's like I'm swallowing, but I'm only like, it feels like when I swallow, like only half of my throat is working on this side, and this side is just like, no, not listening to you, man.
No, not anymore.
I'm just waiting for it to kind of break loose. Anyway, so you could, I know we go till 5:30, but
but they pick us up at 5:30
what's that?
because they pick these people up at 5:30.
I know I want you to at least say what you're going to do. You could step out and you're probably close enough to rivet swarm them. You could hurl the rivet swarm at them. Or you could do.
I'm gonna get. Where are you, Maddie?
She's
on the tree.
She's up on the tree overlooking the whole deck and everything like that. And also,
I'm gonna scramble on over to
and she just went charging off the ship towards Asa. 1 second, let her do
I
a
can
thing.
use a whisper right now.
What's the whisper?
A floating fortress.
just crush them and also possibly Asa.
And me? No, I just float so they can't get back up to us.
Are
Like
you the fortress?
these people, they get back up and then I just float. And then I just like keep floating.
You could do that. You could say, I'm going to wait until they get back to the ship, and then I'm going to float in fortress. And
You can rivet swarm them, like make the rivet swarm.
So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hop down where Maddie is. I'm gonna get down where Maddie is.
Maddie is above you.
Maddie's up.
She's on the
Maddie's on the
tree.
tree.
She's on the tree at the sort of the top of the ship.
Well, I'm gonna get down to the main deck then.
Is your
Okay.
rivet swarm bioluminescent also?
And I have this length of chain. I don't know if it can be used as a weapon because it's salvage, but I kind of just want to throw it at the mushrooms and see what happens.
Yeah, but when you can see anything, it's kind of dark.
What are your aspects having to do with doing the metal thing? What does that do?
Metal aspects.
What if the chain is like
I've got
plastic?
ferrokinesis.
Say what that is. What's
Mark to control or reshape the arrow, which is no. Mark to control or reshape exposed metal. I also have magnetic levitation, which is not useful. I can fly,
Yeah, I know.
and I'm close to a whole ship hole.
If you don't mind, I mean, you could use the chain to like create a barrier between these two and the fungus guys.
Can I just like throw it to distract them? Wait, hold on, Maddie. Do you have any
You could magnetically fling listen. You could magnetically fling it out. You're not going to distract. You could magnetically fling it out there. It's a big long chain. You could literally get it between them and.
Maddie have any extra bioluminescent paint?
You can just rub it on the deck. It's literally everywhere. Your feet are already glowing.
It's like being.
So I'm just gonna
it's like
take the
glitter.
chain-
It's like glitter. It's just drenched everything. It's in
I'm going to
everything.
remember that because it's going to be like glitter. It will never go away now. Everything is good.
Actually, I find that a win. I have constant supplies. Hey, Amelia, do you have any more of that bioluminescent stuff left? No.
You just gotta look at the fact
Hey,
it's literally on everything a little bit. All right, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna take the chain. I could just kind of drop it on the deck, roll it around so it's covered, and I just like throw it a good distance away from them, and then like from here
Zoe,
to there, away from the mushrooms. And since they're like slight and sound detected, they're kind of like noticing. And hopefully, it causes a distraction.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw this out here. You have the ability to reshape metal. All right, they're not. I think you may misunderstand this. They're people. They're not going to be. He's right there. She's riding a Mongoliosis right next to him. They're not going to be distracted by the rattling chain over. These guys are right there. On the other hand, you can literally turn it into a barrier between them with the ability that you have.
Make it a ball and just like throw it at their leader.
Okay, that's just an attack. Listen, what I'm describing, I'm clearly not doing a very good job at this.
No, I know what you're describing.
No, listen. If they're, let's say these are them. All right, these are them. All right. You can literally take the chain and put it between them and your friends so that they have to climb over, and you can basically keep moving it around. Like they're trying to get around it and you're like, nope, 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 nope. No, 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 no.
So if they get close enough together, you can probably just wrap it around them, and then it just bashes their head in.
With the ocarina, it's just like
With the ocarina, and you guys are just like biting their ankles.
All right, so you understand what I'm saying? Like, is that making it clearer?
Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Can I just make it into a bendy pole?
Yeah.
Because how long is it, by the way? How long is it?
30 feet.
Okay, so I'll just keep it the chain and just like coat it in the pink stuff.
Why is it pink? All right, it's pink.
You decided that it's not pink.
I said bioluminescent. I didn't say pink.
Yes, you did.
It's pink.
She said it was pink.
It's pink. I said.
Awesome.
So I just coated it in the pink stuff, and I'm just like, look there, and I'm just like,
The top half of Keith looks like he lost a match in Splatoon.
and then I'm just like, nope, no.
That's how you control that.
It's just like,
What's your mire?
We need a gif of that.
your moves are
Our staccato?
staccato.
Staccato.
They're stickats.
Okay, so
They're
give me.
stickats.
Here's where. Okay, so give me an edge roll. What's your edge? What edge are you using?
Race.
Grace.
I want it to be
What's the skill?
first.
Okay.
I want this to be
What kind of
graceful.
what edges have you got that might apply? As opposed, not counting the one that is just letting you do this.
Edges?
Sorry, aspects. You're really hard on your character sheet.
You just noticed that?
Yeah. Okay. Keep going. Oh my God.
I am a person.
Not rivet swarm. What else you got?
I feel bad for the character.
Skyward step?
No.
Nothing then.
I think you're cutting one from the mire. Maybe staccato movements. Actually, no. I'm not going to have you cut for this. Roll 3.
Wait, what do you mean 3? I have
Oh, what's
edges?
okay? What's your flourish?
2.
Yeah, that's 3 dice.
Plus the ferrokinesis.
No, ferrokinesis is what lets you do this at all. It's not giving you a bonus because it's what lets you do this.
You're mean, mister.
Well, I'm not giving you
You're
a
a mean
bonus.
one, Mr. Grinch.
All right, so roll your 3 dice. But I'm not giving you cut, so I'm not that mean.
4, 3, and a 6.
Oh, I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. All right, so a 6. All right, the chain is totally interspersing between these guys. You two can make a run for the ship.
Nope. No. It's
All right.
like the song that's like star theme. Ugh. But it's me saying no.
It's smart.
Yeah. Somebody texted me on Friday and she was like, this entire day feels like when the music gets faster right at the end of a Mario level, and I'm sick of it. We were stressing out about everything. All right. Anyway,
It gets louder and faster. You have a sprint button for some reason, but you don't know why you have a sprint button because nothing's around you.
okay. You guys, are you guys fleeing back to the ship now that there's?
Yeah, I'm
all right.
stealing him. He has no options. I'm taking him.
He's bigger than would easily fit on.
What if
If you guys want, all right, we'll pick him up. All right,
Fix him up.
so you get back to the ship.
I should drive somebody's hair.
They can be held away for a little bit. Are you still doing floating fortress?
Probably not.
Are you just gonna say let's get moving?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to captain.
Shot back up to Maddie. She can steer.
Nope. I'm gonna
I'm
back in there.
steering.
You're busy you're keeping them busy with the chain.
Yeah, I'm kind of the only one that.
All right, so I'm gonna have you roll.
You're
I'm-
not.
Oh wait, I'm down there. All right.
All right, I'm gonna have you roll 4 dice for tilt. That's the stat on the ship, the abilities of the ship to maneuver. But I'm gonna have you cut one because you're navigating and you can't see very well.
Ah,
Gotta love that mire.
Also, I'm glowing, so.
Well, the glowing is, yeah. It's,
So that's the short attention span.
what'd you get?
2, 2, 3, and 5.
2, 2, 3.
I don't have good luck today because
Oh, so that's 2, 2, 3.
don't trust me rolling anything.
Madison.
He said roll the dice to start the thing, and I rolled 2 ones. So
Okay.
that probably should have been a signifier.
So that's a catastrophe, but with a twist.
Which is.
So the goal there was to get away from these guys, and that did not happen.
Did I run them over?
No, you didn't run them over.
No.
But you're not going away from them. You're heading towards more.
Madison.
I told you guys, don't trust me rolling anything today.
Okay, so we're gonna, so as we wrap up for this little somewhat shortened episode, the ship is being pursued by these 3 guys, and you're kind of like, okay, we're pulling away from it, it's fine. And then one of you looks ahead and says, stop! Because you see up ahead, there's like a whole,
5 of them.
there's like a village. It's like a village.
Step on their house.
Are you lying?
Yes,
All
that's
right.
exactly
That's
what I'm
exactly,
doing right
that's
now.
literally her Meyer. That's why
I shouldn't be serious.
that's why I keep giving her cut, because she's
That's
you guys are in the shadowy,
funny. That is exactly what I
you guys are in the shadowy, comforting dark, and she's got vision issues right now.
I wanted to realize.
But what do we want for the twist, or do we want to wait to hear the twist until next time?
Wait till the wait for the twist.
Don't torture us.
Don't torture.
You want to wait for the twist?
No.
Wait, that means we have to wait till like after
You have to wait.
New Year's.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because my sister's coming over and we're not allowed to play because my sister's coming. Which yeah.
Twist, twist,
Yay.
twist.
Yeah.
How about
Sister's coming over.
the other ship is here too?
Child.
Oh yay! That
Oh
means-
yeah, that makes it better.
Did they
other
inhabit the old? Did they inhabit the other ship, or did they just?
No, it's just they arrived here also, or they're dealing with these guys also.
They're like water. Yippee.
Okay, so
Water.
the water hauler is here, but unfortunately also so is a whole village of creepy fungus guys.
Can I step on their chickens?
Can I slash them?
I rolled poorly. Maddie, I rolled poorly. How can I make the situation worse? All right,
I step on their
we're going to stop there. Thank you, guys. Wait, I'm going to be very nice. I'm going to give you guys a milestone here. So let's hear minor milestone. Let's hear what we want to. Mostly, and I'll tell you why I'm doing this. Mostly, I want to do a milestone because I want you guys to have something written down where you can remember. Oh yeah, that's what happened last time. Because it's going to be It's going to be about It's going to be after New Year's before we get a chance to play again. So, we're going to need a little reminder to tell us what the heck it was that was going on. So,
No, it's fine because we wrote down a couple of quotes in the text.
Oh, yeah, the text sheet is absurd right now.
I haven't done any of it.
hang on. Where did
Yeah, your phone
Oh, there we
We
go.
have the dog.
Okay, Maddie, minor milestone.
Little gray bucket.
Question: is it major if this permanently affects the ship? The
No.
amount of stuff
No, major milestones are when there's big story arcs. So I'll give you a major milestone, like when you
When we run
solve the whole story, when you like sort of conclude the arc with the water hauler. It's like at the end of a story arc.
I'm gonna put coated ship in bioluminescence.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put no.
In low paint.
Coated ship.
No.
All right. So the reason, think of it this way: minor milestones are for the end of the chapter. Major milestones are for the end of the book. That make sense? That make sense? Okay. Evangeline,
Wait,
I'm working my way around the table.
Oh, I was gonna put acted like a crazy person.
When?
Charge the fungus guys.
Okay. Charge the mushrooms.
They're actually really nice. They're a great group of people to hang out with. Good time to have. They're fantastic to have with you at a party. You might even call them fun guys.
Dad joke.
That was
Well,
you're
he
welcome.
is a dad, so.
All right, Zoe.
No, that is
Nope, rope.
Nope rope.
Nope, nope.
You get to keep the no rope.
Metal. Nope rope.
No, just nope rope. No,
I'm putting down metal nope rope because it's more impressive that way.
Mine is
Metal
weird
rope.
mushroom people.
Weird mushroom people.
No other context, just
Yeah.
Weird
get to their
mushroom
village. Now,
people.
like